Hi, thanks for stopping by and checking out the Boho Willow series of silhouette tutorials. I started writing some tutorials the other night. I'm on a Facebook page of silhouette users, and there's always a lot of new users asking questions that I remember having when I first got started. So I did start writing the post and thought some short videos might help go a long way for a lot of folks with these. The first post is on working with text, so I wanted to do a quick video on that for you as well. And hopefully between the step-by-step instructions and the video, any questions you have with working with text will be answered. So to work with text, I first need to add my text, and you'll see on the left-hand side there are several different menu options. I want to add text. I just click on the one that is the text control, and it's the one with the letter A. And once you've selected it, you just click in your mat to add the text where you'd like it. I just used the word hello for this, so I type in my word, and you'll see I'm still outlined with a green box and what I call a slide bar. I don't know if that's really the correct word, but what that does is allow you to continue to type in more text. Once you've completed typing in what you'd like to see, you can just click off of it, and your work is left behind, and then click at the top left, drag to the bottom right to highlight the whole word to change your font. You'll see it always automatically defaults to whatever your first font is in your list. So if you want to change the font, you can do a couple different things. You can click on the next available font in the list, or scroll through the list to find a particular font that you know you'd like to use. If you're kind of like me and you don't know what font you'd like to use when you start a project, you can also just use the down arrow to kind of go through all of your fonts to find the one that you like. Or if you do know which font you'd like to use, you can type it in the search box. And I know I would like to use this font, so I type it in, and you'll see my word changes to the actual font that I'd like to use. This is going to be really small to work with, though. So you click on, hover your cursor over the bottom right-hand corner and drag and drop, or click and drag to make the word a little bit bigger to work with it. You can do the same thing by using the text size function in the text style menu, but it really is just as easy to kind of drag it out. So now that I have my word in, you can see where these L's cross over each other. Right now, there's gonna be some extra cuts in there. Anywhere that you see a red line in the software is gonna be a cut. So I want to get rid of those. To get rid of those, I highlight again. And as you were warned, I am a right clicker, so I highlight the whole thing, and I right click and I click on weld. So now that I've clicked on weld, you'll see there's no extra cut spaces in between those two L's anymore. But you can see there is also some very, very faintly boxes drawn around each letter in the word. So what that means is that those are now individual pieces. And I want to be able to work with the word as a whole. So I'm going to click undo, which is my best friend when I'm using silhouette, to take those L's back to where they belong. I'm going to highlight the entire piece again, and I'm going to right click and click group. So now if I want to move it, it's going to move the whole word. Okay, so this is a welded word. Everything looks pretty good, except if I were to cut this out right now, it might be a little bit thin, and I kind of want to make it a little bit thicker. But with this particular font, bold isn't really an option. So I'm going to use the offset feature that's in the software. To get to offset, you can go to the menu and go to Object Offset. You can click on the little bullseye at the bottom left-hand side of the menu, which is also the offset command. Or again, you can highlight your piece, right-click, and click on Offset. So once I click on offset, you can see it outlines the entire word, and it's a pretty big bubble, right? I don't want it quite that thick. I basically just want an exact outline of what I have, which will make it just a little bit bigger. So I go into the offset distance settings, and I put a 0 in between the decimal and the 2. So instead of 0.250, I want the offset to be 0.0250. And I click apply. And you'll see it basically just gives me an overlay of the word. So I want to go ahead and drag the top part out of that. And you'll see now what I have here at the bottom is my original word as I typed it in and welded it. And what I've got at the top is an offset. But again, if I was to drag and click any of that, you'll see everything is ungrouped again. And I want it to be grouped. So I'm going to go ahead and click undo to take the ELL back where it belongs, highlight over the whole word, right click, and group. So now this is all grouped and it's all one piece. If I wanted to rotate it, if I was doing Subway art or something like that, I could do that, but I don't want to. I just want to go ahead and continue to use the word as it is. So pretty much this is ready to cut now. But if I wanted to know what it would look like with a certain color first, I again click on the word to highlight it. And up at the top, there's a little pail with the paint coming out, which is the fill color. So I click on that, and I wanted to see what it's going to look like in black. Once I fill it with black, you'll see it's still outlined in red, again, because cut lines always are going to show up red. So I want to change the lines to black as 2 and really get an idea of what this is going to look like. There are several different color lines that are your line color window. It's the second little group there. I click on that. I make that black as well. And now this is exactly what my cut would look like if I were to go ahead and hit the send to silhouette button to cut this out. You'll see where these two L's meet. They aren't exactly perfect, and the E doesn't flow into the L as well as it might in natural handwriting. So the next short video, I will show you how to edit these points and sort of make everything really look like you hand wrote this. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you leave some feedback in the comments.